Hey there, what's happening? This is Eric and
Victoria.
And we are coming at you live from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
And we're shooting this quick live video to discuss last topic was discussing fear, fear associated with building your business. And our focus is to help network marketers take their business online, right?
That's right.
And so we're looking at the primary things that stop people from being effective, and especially dealing with fears. And one of the people's biggest fears when you get into this business is talking to people. And one of the things people might assume when you go online is that you don't have to talk to people. Well, you still have to talk to people. You still have to talk to people.
It's still got to be human.
But when you're doing attraction marketing, it's kind of different, because instead of chasing down people, people are actually coming to you. And so
like a magnet.
You're talking to people who are already interested about your business. How cool is that?
That is real cool.
They're already interested in what you have to offer. But there still might be a challenge when you get on the phone. You talk to someone and they might not quite remember why they opted into your website or why they suggested that they wanted more information. They might not remember. So when you get on the phone with them, you have to kind of set the tone.
Jog their memory. And
you want to control a conversation without being domineering. You want it to be a conversation. You want it to flow, and you want to establish rapport.
Yep.
So one of the first things you do when you establish rapport is to say why you're calling. Hey, this is Eric, and I'm calling because you requested more information from my website or my Facebook post, and I'm just calling to follow up with you. Is this a good time to talk? And you want to find out if it's a good time for them, because they might, if they have an urgent matter, you're not going to have their attention, and it's just going to be kind of negative.
In one out, ear and out the other.
So you want to make sure it's a good time for them to talk.
They can focus.
And it's courtesy, it's professional, and it also shows you that you're thinking about them. How you feel about that, hon?
Honey, when you said fear, we just got through working out and running and walking down the Chattahoochee River. Got our workout in. And it was getting darker and darker, and I'm looking for like snakes. And I'm thinking, that's fear. So, people are not snakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So therefore, people bleed, people are human, people have feelings. So when you talk to these people, remember, nobody's perfect. You're not perfect, they're not perfect, and you may have something and an answer to a solution for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
what it's all about.
Your strategy should be that you're going to ask open-ended questions, because you're going to want to find out what their needs are. You don't want to assume what their needs are. You don't want to have every one size fits all approach. You don't want to say, I'm going to ram my business down this person's throat, no matter
that won't get you
what they're into.
That doesn't work.
You're going to be like a doctor that's doing a diagnosis. You want to be a problem solver. And so the only way to really find out what that person needs is to ask open-ended questions, no yes or no answer, but open-ended questions. For example, a closed-ended question would be yes or no. Do you like your business? Yes or no, right? Open-ended question would be, what do you like about what you do? What do you find challenging about what you're currently doing? That's an open-ended question.
That'll get a dialogue. See, those are the questions Eric is saying. That will open up that person, even if they're an introvert, and it will open up a dialogue. It will cause somebody to want to communicate and have a rapport with you.
Absolutely.
Which is what you want.
But if
you say, how do you like what you do? That's an open-ended.
Yes.
But if you say, are you happy where you are in life? Yes or no. Those are questions that won't get you very far. You'll have a yes/no conversation.
Yeah. And so you want to keep it open. You want to keep the conversation flowing, and you don't want to just ask a bunch of questions, one question after another, without tying them together.
Like you're doing a survey.
you want to give some feedback. So you want to listen actively. You want to be an active listener, right? So you want to give them feedback. So if they say that discussion flow so that you find out that what they don't like about their company is that they're not getting the right type of support from their upline, or whatever the problem is. You want to give it back to them. So basically, so Jack, what I hear you saying is, feed it back to them. And that way, they're going to know that what they're saying is important to you. They're going to want to know that you really care. And remember, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yeah.
So that's important. Give them feedback. Be active listener, right? They're going to talk 70% of the time. You're going to talk 30% of the time.
I know it's hard to get a Post-it note and just doodle while they're talking, because it's about them, not you.
That's why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? That's what we call 70-30. And that's the formula for really connecting with people, which is so important, because if you don't establish that initial connection,
you're gone.
Things are going downhill from there.
It's downhill.
You're probably not going to get a business partner. You're probably not going to get a sale. So you definitely want to spend time doing that. And then you want to give feedback that shows that you have feelings. You're not just there to get another notch in your belt. You're not there just to make another sale. So when they express some of the problems that they're having, you say, oh, I can understand why you feel that way, and mean it. Really dive into their problems and have empathy, have feelings for them, right?
And let me add something to that, Eric. Also, too, a lot of times we as business people or customers or salespeople or network marketers, we're looking for immediate gratification. That person you're talking to now may or may not join your business today, but you never know how people's situations change. The person you're talking to now may either be a customer, they may be a future network marketer in your business, or, and I've heard this so many times from people that are multimillionaires in business, sometimes your best network marketers and business partners come from referrals. Not by accident, because I don't believe in accident, but someone that they knew was interested in maybe checking out what you had. So you want to always make sure you leave that door open. You don't want to shut it closed because you get ticked off, or you rammed it down their throat, or you wanted to tell them all about how great your company is and do a rah-rah session in 5 minutes on the phone. Keep in mind, you either may have a customer, a new network marketer, or they may lead you to a referral in the future.
Absolutely.
Leave that door open. You never know where that door may go and where those paths might cross.
Absolutely. The rule of thumb is that it takes 7 touches to make a sale on average. So the fortune, of course, is in the follow-up.
That is true.
And that's one of the topics that we definitely are passionate about. And there are various ways to follow up. There's follow-up in person, there's automated follow-up, which is one of my favorite methods of follow-up. And those are things that we're going to get into. But that's our brief message for this evening. Hope you're having a great evening. And if you'd like additional information, just type info, I-N-F-O, in the comments below, and we will get back to you right away. And with that, this is Eric and Victoria Duncanson saying, hope you're having a great evening. If not, let's make it a great one.
And remember, excellence always prevails.
Absolutely.